playing volleyball.
Chuck is an aerospace mechanical degree from University of Michigan. He's an FAA licensed airframe power plant. He just loves flying test missions. And he's done an awful lot of that world with Scale Composites and others in the industry as he launches now high above us and squaring things off. I'm going to bring Victoria in at this point because I think it's a good tie-in with a man who knows a thing or two about test flying, and not on the level of Victoria's husband, because she was married to General Chuck Yeager, and we have so much to celebrate here this weekend with the Supersonic Corridor named after the team that he was a part of now, and he had the courage to get into that little X1 and go for it. And you've got a new book out now called 101 Chuck Yeager Isms. Can I read just one that I can't open a page and not either be inspired or laugh out loud. Number 27. There wasn't a pigeon in Hamlin until they erected a statue of me, Chuck Yeager. This is a pretty special weekend for you, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, and I'm so thank you very much to the U.S. Air Force for inviting me, and also for honoring General Chuck Yeager and the X-1 team. You know, when he was getting into that X-1, that all the experts thought that he and the airplane would blow apart into millions of pieces. And on the 7th powered flight, horizontal stabilizers came down. He said, Jack Ridley, to his engineer, we can't do it. We can't do it. And the engineer said, you've got a manual trim tab while you're being shaken all over the airplane. Now, when we go through supersonic now, it's pretty darn smooth. You don't even know you're doing it. But then it was shaking all over the place, and he did the trim tab. So on the 8th powered flight, he went and he tried it on a curve, on a turn, so that straight level, he knew what would happen. And he came down and said, Jack, we got it made. And on the 9th powered flight, after breaking a couple of ribs, he got in the airplane anyway, and he got up there, and he went through the sound barrier, and he called out, this Mach meter is screwy, because it was classified, so he couldn't say anything. So those were the words he said to those guys.
Screwy was the code word that we've done it.
Yes, exactly. He was one of my favorite isms. The first time I saw a jet, I shot it down. But I promise you that was during the war. And the other thing I like, this is one of the greatest aviators ever. He said the most experienced pilots are the best pilots are the most experienced. They lived through their mistakes. So even Chuck Yeager made mistakes, but he lived through them and learned from them. So all you pilots, thank you so much for honoring General Yeager.
Well, the book is available here as well, 101 Chuck Yeager Isms. It's also available on Amazon or wherever you get your books, really. And I'm going to enjoy this on my flight home tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Victoria Yeager, ladies and gentlemen, please give her a round of applause. General Chuck Yeager, of course, in the history books forever. His legacy lives on. Chuck Coleman performing for you right now, though, in his extra 300, as we continue to watch him fly these aggressive aerobatics.
Gonna stop again. Yep, stop again. Yeah, I stopped again. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Like they just fall.
Chuck has worked at Scales Composites, Virgin Galactic, the Spaceship Company, Toyota Aerospace, McDonnell Douglas, BD Jetcore, Vision Air, and the wings connected and flies up. At 300 horsepower and only 1,400 pounds of airplane, and that's all there is. So you can see, and it's got a great roll rate. It's designed and purpose-built to fly aerobatics. And fly aerobatics is what Chuck loves to do. Unusual attitudes. And you can talk to him about doing this very thing. And the hooks will go in deep. If you're already a pilot, that makes it a little bit easier. He'll help you get started too. He knows a lot of people, as you can imagine. He's well connected. And it's great to have him here.
Huh?
So many hours. He's waving to you now.
I think I got enough water for now.
Knife edge and playing with the rudder. That's just crazy stuff. He makes it look so easy. A nice wave to you from the air.
And connecting us to the Top Gun movie, of course, the fact that we have Dark Star here as well, and the Lockheed Martin story, and it all fits together because everything really begins.
The slow roll is probably one of the hardest maneuvers to do because with that input, constant input all the way across, the airplane has lots of drag on it and it wants to lose altitude, but he begins and ends at the same altitude and peaks right at center stage. So that's pretty precise flying, and again, some of the easiest maneuvers are actually the hardest to do.